Okay, go!
Good afternoon, Science PA. Last meeting, we discussed the data gathering instrument, and now we're going to discuss the data gathering procedure. I have a question for you. What comes into your mind when you hear the word data in terms of research? Or yes, Kyla, yes, miss?
Information.
Yes, information, that's right. Yes. Source. Okay. Thank you, Mr. James and Miss Mapa. Kindly read the meaning of data. Yes, Mr. Salazar.
So data, it can be facts, figures, statistics, or certain other values. This could be text, videos, or audio.
Okay, thank you so much. Why do you think that data can be facts? Why do you think facts or it should be right or reliable? Yes,
So
Mr.
that the information is reliable and so that it will become valid.
Yes, that's right. Yes, Miss. Thank you, Mr. Salazar. Yes, Miss Medina.
The data should be facts because if the data is not facts, then the research will not be credible, reliable, and valid. That is why the importance of fact checking must comes first before instilling it or putting it on the research.
Okay, thank you. And here in this part, this could be text, videos, or audio because, di ba pag nag-gather tayo ng data, hindi naman laging yung test paper lang. It would be pwede rin siyang audio because of yung sa interview, then videos or text. Is that clear? The meaning?
Yes.
Next is data gathering. Yes, Mr. Thompson. Thank you.
Data gathering procedure is the first step of research.
Okay, thank you so much. Why do you think, class, that data gathering procedure is critical step of any research analysis? Yes, Mr. Thompson.
So, I think, kasi is parang pinakamahirap sa gawin. Kasi kukuha ka dito lahat na dito ng mga reference ko na related to research. Parang sobrang hirap na kasi di ba meron lang tayo na year na inahanap which is 10 years ago.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Thompson. Yes, Miss Sumansa. Yes, yes, Miss.
So, in data gathering procedure is a critical step of any research analysis because we all know that the data gathering procedure is a process or it is a method to gather the data. So, it is very important for us to, we the researcher, know how to gather the data from our response.
Yes, that's right. Thank you so much, Miss Sumansa.
And also, data gathering is a critical step of any research analysis because it will take a lot of time.
Yes.
Different processes and procedures to
Yes, in data gathering procedure, we need lots of time. We need to put some effort in terms of gathering the data. Kasi hindi naman pwede lang siya na one day matatapos na agad yung pag-gather ng data, yung mga response ng mga respondents. Hindi naman natin yung makukuha ng just one day lang. Yung talagang valid at sure tayo na yun yung accurate na response ng mga respondents. Hindi natin siya na makukuha ng ganon kabilis lang. Is that clear?
Yes.
So now that we are done in terms of what is data and what is data gathering procedure, now let's discuss what are the steps in data gathering procedure. So first one is, yes, define your goals. Why or in your research, do you know what's the goal of your research? Or do you know what's the goal of your, yung title nyo, nakikita nyo na bagad kung ano yung goal ng research nyo. Yes, Mr.
Okay, so ano yung research?
Yung research natin ngayon.
Okay, so first we have defined your goals. So just like what we are asking, so in data gathering procedure, in applying those steps, we should be aware of our goals. So gaya nga ng in-explain ko sa mga grupo ko na since yung ating research is all about the effects, it means we are pertaining about the positive and the negative effects. Sagot ganyan pa man, pero kahit na positive at negative yung kailangan natin i-determine, kailangan pala natin maging malinaw sa atin, ano ba talaga yung gusto natin palabasin? Ito ba yung gusto natin palabasin na sa ating research, palalabasin natin yung positive lang? Or yung, though i-determine din natin yung negative, or yung negative lang, pero i-determine din natin yung positive. Kasi sa mga nakaraang research, Yun yung laging hinahanap sa amin. Ano ba yung gusto nyo palabasin sa inyong research? Kung ito ba ay positive or negative. Kasi minsan, kaya kailangan natin i-define yung goal sa una pa lang kasi dito nangyayari minsan yung manipulations ng data. Na dahil hindi mo maaaring yung goal, kaya kailangan yung manipulate yung data para at the end, supported pa rin yung iyong binigay na hypothesis.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Almares. That's right. We should know what is the goal of our research. Hindi naman pwedeng nag-conduct ng tayo ng research for what? Anong sense ng research na yun if you didn't know what's the goal of your research? Do you understand? So here's the meaning of define your goals. Kindly read, Ms. Liberato.
Start by understanding the purpose of your content and what problem you're trying to solve or what change do you want to bring.
Okay, thank you so much. So dito, papasok sa sinabing, start by understanding your purpose of your project. Ano ang purpose ng project mo and sino ang matutulungan yung project mo or what change do you want to bring? Katulad din sa amin, yung impacts of using e-cigarette to city students in KLS. Ibig sabihin, aalamin natin yung impacts kung yung meron ba siyang negative or positive impacts. Kasi pag yung negative, pwedeng pumasok dun sa in terms of health. Diba? Pero dun sa positive naman, may mga nag-debate na para sa kanila, nakaka-lessen yun ng kanilang stress, dun nila na yung kanilang stress. So, dapat alam nyo kung ano yung goal na inyong research. Is that clear?
Yes.
Next, we have identified your data source. Data sources. We have the primary data and what we call the secondary data. Kindly read, Ms. Mata, the primary data.
Primary data collect directly from first-hand engagement. Primary data also allows for more control over the data collection process, ensuring data is relevant, accurate, and up-to-date.
Okay, thank you so much. In primary data, we have here the first-hand engagement. Ibig sabihin, una itong nangyari, I think, for example, you are the first group or you are the first person who conduct that research. Ibig sabihin, when you say in primary data, always remember that it is first-hand or primary data also allows for more control over the data collection process, ensuring data is relevant and accurate and up-to-date. Ibig sabihin, kapag first primary data, ibig sabihin, kayo ang unang, halimbawa, kayo yung unang nag-conduct na research na yun. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng gagawin nyo, in terms of gathering the resources, kayo ang nauna. Ibig sabihin, dito ay ensure data is relevant, accurate. Ibig sabihin, tama, dapat lahat ng info, kasi kayo magsisimulat. So, ibig sabihin, pag sinundan, yung data ninyo na yun, ibig sabihin, kayo yung pinakaparang foundation. Yes! Kaya dapat, yung ang magiging gather nyo, or yung data na nag-gather nyo, dapat is accurate kasi kayo ang pinakasusundan. We have the primary data. Next, we have the secondary data. Kindly read Miss Baran.
Secondary data derived from the resources that already exist and this can include information gathered for other research projects. It's not originally collected for a specific study.
Yes, that's right. Thank you so much. So, do you see the differences between the primary data and the secondary data? Kung sa primary data, masasabi natin fresh. Ibig sabihin new. Ito namang secondary data, ibig sabihin resources that already exist. Ibig sabihin, ito, kapag ginamit na ulit siya, magiging secondary data na siya. Do you understand or do you see the differences between the two?
Yes.
Kapag always remember primary data, fresh or first hand. Kapag secondary data, already exists. Is that clear? Next, we have choose your data collection method. Ang dito mapasok yung choose your data collection method. Why is it important for you or in your research that you know your instrument that you're going to use in terms of gathering the data? Bakit kailangan alam mo yung gagamitin mong instrument? Halimbawa, you're going to gather data in a quantitative. Ano gagamitin nyo instrument? In terms of quantitative.
Survey.
Survey or
Questionnaire.
yes, that's right. It should be survey. And
Interview.
Yay. Di ba makikita niyo na agad kung ano ang dapat nyo gagamitin na instrument. Choose your data collection method. The method is what are you going to do to collect the data. So kindly read. We have the surveys and questionnaire. Kindly read, Miss Medina.
Surveys and questionnaires. Surveys and questionnaires are tools for gathering information about the group of individuals, typically by asking them predefined questions.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Medina. We are so familiar in this method or in this instrument. Survey and questionnaire. Di ba lalo naman last set, nangyari na to sa atin, meron mga estudyante from fourth year na nag-gather ng data in using the survey and questionnaire. And they are using the
Quantitative.
yes, the quantitative data. Next, we have the interview. Saan papasok ang interview again?
Qualitative.
Yes, qualitative. Yes, kindly, Mr.
So
Salazar.
the next one is interviews. Interviews involve a one-on-one conversation between the researcher and the participant.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Salazar. In interview, it's one-on-one. Meaning, for example, I have a question to Ms. Maka in terms or related to my topic or to my research. One-on-one, ibig sabihin, conversation of two person, hindi lang naman...
Verbally.
Yes, through verbally. Kaya sabi nga dun kanina, we use yung may word na kapag nag-gather daw, ang data daw, pwede maging audio, video,
Text.
and text. Kasi dito papasok sa audio and video yung qualitative
Interview.
data or the
Interview.
Do you get it?
Yes.
Yes, Miss Marami.
I remember when we were in high school, senior high school, we used the interviews for our research and we recorded it.
Yes.
And we
Dun ka mag-get.
ha?
I mean, kapag pag nirecord, di ba, pag mas maganda yung
Ano nga yun, ginawan pa namin ng parang field. Tsaka kung ano talaga yung nasa record.
Yung CD board. Yung nasa CD board.
Binaburn!
Oo, yung nasa CD board.
Kung ano yung nasa record, yun yung kung ano talaga, yun talaga yung nakasulat dun sa record.
I remember.
yes, kaya alam mo, kaya importante na nire-record yung bawat interview. Kasi kapag sinasabi lang tapos hindi nyo i-record, makakalimutan nyo talaga yung exact na sinabi. And make sense na mamali yun.
Pati wala ng reliable source.
Yes, that's right, bro. Ay, that's right. Yes, yes, sa bansa.
Siyempre lang din kami sa interview kasi dati i-ganyan. So, ang ginawa din namin nag-audio bukod pa din yung video para kami as researcher, halimbawa nakalimutan namin yung sagot nila, yung participant, yung sagot nila sa aming question, may babalikan kami na
Okay, thank you so much. So, in terms of choose your data collection method, in terms of quantitative and qualitative data, it's so familiar, the survey, questionnaire, and the interview. Do you have question for number 3? Yes, Mr.
I don't have any questions. I will.
Okay, next we have the determine your sampling method. Where are you going to... Bakit kailangan importante na alam mo yung magiging respondents mo or kilala, ay not just kilala, pero dapat alam mo.
Yes.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, so for you to have a better or successful research, you should know the strength and weaknesses of your research. For example, the strength of that research is the respondent itself. So without these respondents or variables, we can proceed or we can make our thesis. While and without them, we cannot process the thesis.
Okay, thank you, Miss Michelle. Yes, Mr. Salazar.
I think we need to determine our respondent because so that we are know if they are fit to our research. Like just for example, if our research is all about laboratory, so therefore our respondent is
from some receiver and not from the other
Yes,
receiver.
that's right. That's right. Kasi, kaya dapat alam natin or dapat swak, ibig sabihin, connected yung respondents natin sa research natin. Kasi it's hard for the respondents to answer our research or our survey kung hindi naman talaga nila naranasan or na-experience yung, yung the problem. So, yes, Ms. Liberato.
I was just about to add the sampling method that we use. So there are some sampling methods. Sampling methods are used to determine, or they are the methods which you will choose how your responses will be. For example, we have the snowball sampling method. We also have the targeted, we have the simple, so we have the snowflake. So if we have that specific sampling method, you will determine, or they will give you a valid answer for the reliability for your research. Because if you choose a wrong sampling method during your research, it will not accurate, or it will not give you an accurate result for your desired outcome.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, Miss.
For its validity. Di ka nung nakakad ko nung last meeting. Valid yung isang research or yung data if it intends to yung kung ano talaga yung gusto mong gusto mong ipalabas. So, diyan, halimbawa, katulad namin, ang aming title is about the effects. So, doon pa lang, sa questionnaire na yun, makikita na or palalabasin namin yung sasagutan nila is about lang sa effects and kung sino gumagamit, kung ano yung effect noon sa paggamit ng e-cigarette.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Susan. And yung kay Mr. Salazar na answer niya, dapat nga, yung mga respondents natin is fit to our research. And yung sinabi naman ni Ms. Liberato na word na accurate. Kasi once na fit yung respondents mo sa problem na yun, yung magiging sagot is accurate. Kasi sure na na-experience or they are familiar in that or in certain problem. Do you get it? We have the kindly read Ms. Thompson.
Understand your target population, anticipate and minimize biases, maintain cost-effective practice.
Okay, thank you so much. Like, all of your answers a while ago, understand your target population. It's very important to understand your target population. Lalo na kapag halimbawa ngayon sa CTE, doon sa title pa lang, makikita na agad kasi. Halimbawa, impact of e-cigarette versus to CTE students. Ibig sabihin, your target population are here. But meron nakalagay pa rin yung school, di ba? In KLL, meaning CTE students in KLL. Alam mo, magpunta kayo ng research, CTE students from other school, which is hindi naman talaga naka-part or hindi nakalagay dun sa research title nyo. And also, dun sa group 1, ang inyo ay science major na science major. Kung ang target population is science major, hindi kayo or it's hard for you to conduct a research to other major. Next, you have anticipate and minimize biases. Bakit hindi dapat bias tayo in terms of, bias tayo in terms of conducting a data collection. Yes, Miss.
So that we can gather a valid, reliable, and honest result of those research. Kasi if it is biases, hindi ganun ka-effective yung research.
Okay, thank you so much. Dito kasi, anticipate and minimize biases. For example, ang inyong ay science major. Tapos, ang gagawin din, ang pagpakalagay ng 100 respondents. Ang nakalagay, 100. Tapos, ang isa sa respondents na to, na dapat ay 100, ay sakto na. Pero ang isa ay ayaw din sa kanya. Halimbawa, di mangyayari na yung pinay na lang. Ibig sabihin, kapag may bias, di kayo din yung maaapektuhan, di ba? And saka anticipate and minimize biases. As long as they are free to answer and as long as sila talaga ay karapat-dapat or they are fit to answer that questions or questionnaires, hindi dapat kahit anong edad o kahit anong status nila sa buhay, as long as they fit in that problem or in that research, dapat i-survey niyo siya. Is that clear?
Yes.
Next, we have maintain cost-effective practices. Why? Do you have any idea? Maintain cost-effective practices in terms of gathering the data or the gathering in terms. Kasi dito sa maintain cost-effective practices. For example, kayo, halimbawa, ang inyong nilagay na ang inyong target is from UP students. Kung pwede UP students, for example, science major from UP, imagine, pwede naman kayo mag-conduct ng research.
Sa malapit.
Hindi, I mean, it's not like that malapit. For example, di ba, ang laki,
Ang gastos.
Yes, ang gastos. It's not that easy. Tapos, makikipag-communicate pa kayo sa mga, sa mga may posisyon in that school. Yes. Hindi naman basta-basta yes, miss.
So yeah, the main idea of having cost-effective practices is in conducting research, we should be practical more. Because nowadays, in time of like this, there's a lot of high price values of good goods, high values goods that it's so costly that a lot of Filipino individuals or Filipino people can't buy those things kasi nga it's so mahal, it's so that's why we should have a cost-effective practices or being practical in terms of conducting research kasi in this place, di ba, in Lipa City, napakadaming school or there's so many school that we can gather some data like here, for example, in KLL, so many variables na. Why don't we use our own resources
Yes.
to do our thesis?
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Lisa. Miss Mission, that's right. Kasi kung magagather din naman kayo ng data and you should want a valid and reliable, hindi naman lagi kailangan lumayas. It's up to you how you're going to deal with it.
Yes.
Next, we have design and test your instruments. We have in design and test your instruments. The instruments, again, the instruments would be
Questionnaires, interview.
So dito papasok yung clear and unbiased question wording. Clear and unbiased question wording. Why? Why your question should be clear? And yes?
So, gaya ng sinabi, we should avoid negatives or double negatives so that we have a clear or direct question pagdating sa ating survey question.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Salazar. Yes? Yes,
So we should have a clear question wording to avoid the confusion to the respondent. And for us to get a accurate
and respond. Yes, that's right, Ms. Thompson. Clear and unbiased question wording. We should be clear. Para yung magiging sagot din ng respondents, hindi naman sa basta sure, pero sure tayo na yung magiging sagot ng respondents is accurate. Because our question is clear to them. We have the logical ordering. Yes, Miss. Miss Leah.
I think the questionnaire should be logical, ordering, and appropriate para hindi maguluhan yung mga respondents at hindi sila mahirapang magsagot.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Prias. Kasi in terms of making the question, hindi naman lagi ang ating isinasalang-alang is tayong researcher. Ang isinasalang-alang natin
Respondents.
is yung respondent. Kung paano nila masasagutan yung questions. Maybe kasi, baka tayo, gets na natin na, syempre, research natin yun.
Yes.
Kapag tayo gumawa ng tanong, alam natin kung ano yung magiging sagot. Pero once na dinala mo siya, or pinasagutan mo siya sa ibang students, kaya nga dapat daw yung, kapag magpapasagot tayo, kumuha muna tayo ng, for example, 10 respondents. Or parang try out kung madali bang para sa kanilang masagutan yung mga tanong na ginawa natin.
Yes.
Next is we have the response format. Response format. And in terms of that, it should be the format or the questions that you have should be clear again, and it should be in order. Next, we have the coverage of relevant topics. Bakit kapag gagawa kayo ng question, is that important you as a researcher that your question should be relevant
Yes.
to the topic.
It should be.
Why?
Right na?
Okay, yes.
Para sa iyo.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Pangsan. That's right. Your questions should be relevant to the topics. Hindi pwede, yung title nyo is Impacts of E-Cigarette, tapos ang ilan
Diminishing.
questions.
It's about laboratory.
Yes, it's not appropriate. It's not right.
Relevant. That's irrelevant.
Collect only necessary data. Why? Necessary or it's important or the data should be, yes, should be very important. Kasi kung magkukulik kayo ng data, hindi po pwedeng collect lang ng collect.
Yes.
Diba? Sabi nga, ang collection or getting ng data, hindi lang pwedeng collect ka lang ng collect. Kuha ka lang ng kuha. Dapat ini-examine,
Yes.
dapat
Ina-analyze,
yes, ina-analyze mo
scrutinize.
ng mabuti as a researcher. Kasi hindi ka makakakuha ng accurate response from the respondents of if all the data that you going to get on get. I mean, yes, gather ka lang ng gather. Dapat ina-analyze, ina-examine mo lang. Yes, Mr. Salazar?
So the next one is language of the population. So in that terms, kailangan naman is alam mo kung anong medium na ginagamit ng iyong respondent. Kaya nga sabi ko like, you should put sa baba ng translation. If it is English, ang tanong ko, dapat may translation into Tagalog. So that the population or the respondents are able to understand what is the survey about.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Salazar. And also, in language of the population, dito rin papasok yung mga wordings. Huwag masyado yung, halimbawa,
Yung complicated.
Sobrang
Lalo.
lalalim na. Kasi, hindi tayo pare-parehas ng level na
Ne.
intelligence.
Yes.
Kasi dapat we should,
Yes.
I mean, dapat, alam niyo yung word na dapat kinukonsider natin. Kasi ang respondents natin, hindi naman talaga siya part ng, I mean, hindi naman talaga siya makakasama ng, kung magkaka-grades ka, hindi naman talaga sila part doon. I mean, dapat pakisamahan natin.
Tsaka yung allotted time lang, pag sobrang lalim na English mo, it's so hard for the respondent to understand and time consuming.
Yes, that's right. And also, baka tamad din na yung respondents ko, ay, hindi ko maintindihan. Ganun na, di ba?
Babastahin.
Paano tayo makakakuha ng
Accurate na
and
answer.
valid data from them kung ang mga wordings natin na gagamitin is it's hard for them to
Understand.
Next, we have the desired length of time for completion.
Yun.
Miss Landicho, kindly explain the desired length of time for completion. Why do you think it's important that you know that the length and time?
So the importance of life of time of completion is, syempre, di ba meron tayong specific time na gagawin na? May specific time tayo or may timeline tayo para gumawa ng ating research. So, hindi naman pa habang buhay yung paggagawa ng research natin. So, kailangan meron tayong desired length of time para matapos yung research.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Landicho. Yes, and desired length of time for completion, dito papasok yung in terms of data gathering or data gathering disclosure na kapag mag-gather kayo ng data, hindi po pwedeng aabot ng pagpalagay ng 1 year.
Okay ka?
Yes, I mean, dapat nakaset mo sa isip nyo na kung hanggang, I mean, pag mag-gather kayo ng data, mag-set na agad kayo kung hanggang ilang araw, ilang oras, or weeks ba matatapos yung pag-gather ng data. Dapat, hindi sobrang haba, hindi sobrang ikse. Kasi kapag sobrang ikse, you are not sure kung tama nga ba talaga lahat ng data na magiget nyo. So, dapat i-examine, i-analyze nyo pa ng mabuti for you to get the accurate response. Okay? We have the collection and documenting respondents' consent and privacy.
Yes.
Kaya dito, familiar ba kayo? Di ba yung nakalagay na
Optional. Optional.
optional? Kasi we have the word privacy.
Freedom.
Mr.
Data.
may ginagawa sila ng
Questionnaire.
survey. Pag may naglalagay ka pa ba ng team?
It's depends kasi we should equality or inclusivity and also their privacy, so it is optional.
Okay, thank you so much. That's right. Huwag tayo mamimilit sa halimbawa, most especially kapag ang pag-uusapan is in terms of the gender. I mean, yes, in terms of the gender. Kapag ganun kasi, minsan may mga students na ayaw agad sabihin talaga kung ano ba
Or
talaga.
there's sabihan, there's a checklist so that they are able to check na lang
Choose.
para
Yes, that's right. Kasi hindi nung alam pilitin natin, hindi, magiging ka ng pangalan mo dyan. Kung may word na kasi ng consent. Consent and the privacy. We should respect the privacy of other people. Yes, Mr. Hernandez.
Okay, so talking about consent. So kung mapapansin natin yung ating survey question, lagi yung pinakakunan ng letter.
Yes.
So, yung letter na yun, sa bawat respondent, importante na yun ibabasahin mo sa kanya in detail. Hindi yung nakasulat siya doon na babasahin. Sabihin na makibasa ng letter, hindi dapat yun. Dapat each respondent must hear from the researcher that the researcher is asking for consent through that letter.
Okay, yes, that's right. Kaya di ba, kahit naman, it's very important to get the consent. Kahit anong ginagawa na you're going to, halimbawa, merong mga gagawin activities sa school, may consent. Yes, and sa pag-picture, lalo na kapag ang gagawin ninyo,
sa mga kids.
yes, I mean, kapag ang inyong gagamiting instrument is interview, ang iba minsan ayaw ipakita yung kanila.
Blurred.
Yes. Kung pwede naman talaga na gamitin na lang is audio. Alam mo naman na ang ayaw niya ipakita yung mukha niya, ibibidyo niya siya. Where's your consent? Diba? Dapat i-respeto natin yung ating magiging responses. Next we have, yes, for collect your data. Miss Edina, kindly read.
Data collection is not a one-in-one view. One-in-one
Yes.
view. It's an ongoing process that demands attention to people.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Edina. And data collection is not one and none be. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya mangyayari agad sa simple snap. Tapos na agad. It is an ongoing process and demands attention to detail. Once na nag-conduct na tayo ng research, yung effort.
Yes, effort.
The word effort.
Effort.
Hard work.
The word attention.
Wow. Effort.
Yes. The effort and the attention, we are going to put that in our research.
Yes.
Why? Why do you think, Ms. Morales, that we're going to put the effort and the attentions that we have to our research?
It is very important to put our full effort and attention to our research. And because we all know that gathering information or data is very complicated.
Yes.
That's why we need to do a mass and very accurate procedure on how to collect the data.
Yes, that's right, Ms. Morales. Thank you so much. In this part, it demands attention to detail. Ibig sabihin, once that you are going to conduct a research, hindi mo pwedeng, halimbawa, mag-ano kayo ng RRL. Tapos, bastahan na kayo kuha. Paano kapag mismo defense na? Ano nang mangyayari, di ba? Dapat, it's not just about, kapag kasi naglagay tayo ng effort, ibig sabihin, effort na kilalanin yung research natin. May attention tayo to know what's the research or what the research that we are conducting. Is that clear?
Yes.
Next, Miss Libera. Yes, Miss.
Tapos mapapanindigan na rin natin yung ating needs.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, we have the effort and the attention. Mapapanindigan natin na yung research natin na kinindak once na nag-defense na tayo. Next, Miss Liberato. Kindly read.
Overlay where the significant portion of disabled with responses in proper
Okay, thank you so much. A while ago, sinabi ko sa inyo na dapat alam nyo yung length time ng pag-gather ng data. Nakalagay kasi, imagine spending weeks collecting data only to discover later that significant portion is unusable due to incomplete responses. Ibig sabihin, kapag mag-gather kayo ng data, alam nyo na agad kung gaano dapat ang haba or yung length time na magagamit ninyo. Kasi, minsan, kapag incomplete, ibig sabihin, our data is not accurate. Yes, Miss Marali.
Sinabi siya na kanina earlier, we discussed that we need to choose a fit or proper
Respondents.
respondents, and also the instrument that we need to use so that we can't waste time and our effort.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Marali. So, in number 6, collect your data. Parang ganito. I will explain to you. Guys. In dito, define your goals. Ibig sabihin, ito yung sinasabing starting point. Dapat alam nyo, why?
Bakit kayo nag-gather ng data?
Step by step, define your goals. Ano muna yung goals ng research nyo?
What is the purpose?
Next, we have identify your data sources. Kung ano yung magiging source naman ninyo to gather the data. Next, we have the choose your data collection method. Ibig sabihin, ano yung gagamitin yung method or instrument to gather data. Next, determine your sampling method. Dito naman, papasok na yung pag-i-start na ng pag-gather ng response sa respondents. Dito, sa design and test your instruments, you are going to
Design.
to test your instruments that you are going to use. So, you see the steps from 1, nagsimula ka, tapos nakarating ka rin sa 5 na what is your instruments that you are going to use. And for 6, collect your data. Dito na sa number 6, papasok yung mismong nag-gather na kayo ng data sa inyo or yung response from your respondents. And now, we have the clean and organize your data. Ibig sabihin, sa number 7, nakapag-collect na tayo ng data. Ngayon naman, how we're going to organize the data or the response that we get from our respondents. We have the data cleaning and organizing your data. Why is it important for you as a researcher that you need to clean? It's not the specific na clean na mag-bubbles. Yes, Mr. Thompson.
Kagaya sa room natin, mas maganda tingnan ko naman. So, mas maganda tingnan siya research.
Quiet. Listen to Mr. Thompson.
Kagaya kasi ng yung sa research natin, mas maganda tignan pag siya is yung organized niya at saka yung hindi na masyadong halo-halo yung mga data. Oo, yung mga nakalap ng data na hindi na yung kasi pag sobrang dami ng data mo, parang lalawak at lalawak yung research na gagawin niya. So, mas maganda yung lilinisin mo siya tapos pipiliin mo lang yung sadyang dapat doon sa mas maganda tignan pag gagawin.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Thompson. That's right. Yes, Mr. Salvador.
Also, we should have a data cleaning so that we avoid plagiarism and other illegal things in our research.
Okay, thank you so much. Always remember that it is part clean and organize your data. Tapos na kayo mag-gather ng data. Ibig sabihin, iipunin nyo na. Yes, i-example na. Yes, i-example natin yung mga data or results na nakuha natin. And organizing your data. Ito, papasok na dito yung halimbawa. Kung sa question na yun, sa question 1, titingnan natin kung ilan kung ilan yung mga response. Kung 3, 5, wala daw 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tapos i-check natin diyan kung ilan yung sumagot ng 4, ilan ang sumagot ng 3. Dapat ayos yung
Organize.
pagkaka-organize ng data natin for us na as a researcher to get the accurate
Tally.
data and
Tally. Ng
yes, that's right, Miss.
Information.
Thank you so much. Do you have any questions in terms of data gathering collection or data gathering procedure? Not? Is that clear the 6 steps?
7.
Oh, rather 7?
Yes po.
Yes, is that clear? Yes. Do you have any questions? Clarification? None? If not, can you stand up everyone? Can you stand up? Class